Good morning, this is Dr. Nerez. This morning I'd like to share with you about Mental Health Month. This month is the awareness for mental health, and just wanted to let you know that I wanted to salute to the individuals that maintain good, proper mental health routine. I have CPTSD. I was diagnosed 2006. I was at the Rainbow Bridge facility when I went to go to see a psychiatrist in Tuba City. During that time, I went to rehab for 3 months, and that began my journey on this path for recovery, for education on substance abuse, mental health, sitting down with a counseling, mm, recommended medication, doing extensive work on evaluation upon myself. I had to do a lot of journaling. I had to do a lot of solitude and reflect on my choices that I've made in the past. I do these things. I do work on maintaining this mental health. It's a 24/7, as they say in AA. Recently, I completed treatment over at Ganado at Sage Hospital. The last one, I didn't finish it. I think I went into it for like half of the time. It's at Sage at Ganado Hospital. I didn't complete it because of the some of the classes required grieving, and the grieving session sort of just it got too much, and I didn't want it was too much. The lack of transportation getting there from where I was living at also took effect. And I've over the years since 2006 to 2026, I have done much of recovery, treatment centers, counseling. One thing I do want to point out is from Ganado, I had a counselor, plus the structure of the treatment program, which I would recommend, is one that's called the cognitive behavior therapy. That information helped a lot. The counseling helped a lot. There's certain individuals, two of them doctors, one of them is a counselor, and several of the team of Ganado Sage Hospital that really helped. And I'd like to thank them. I like to thank the team of Ganado Sage and people that are looking into to changing their lives for the better. They have a good team over there. I'd like to thank the two doctors that helped me as well. I'd like to thank the counselor, the young counselor that helped me. And on his part, a lot of listening. The two doctors, one from Pinion Health and the other one from Ganado, they really helped me as well. I'm 53. My hair is slowly turning white. I am very grateful for this huge span of turning, and I know a lot about uh, cognitive behavior therapy. I did relapse. I was in my 7th month, and I relapsed. And when I did relapse, it was turning over these old thoughts and these old behaviors and these old way of thinking, and I got caught up in it, in my emotional reaction to family problems, triggers, they say. Once I figured it out, I was over to Flagstaff. I went to Flagstaff and I stayed in the shelter, and I by then I had, I was sober. So the only thing I inherited from the shelter was I got sick. I kept coughing, which extended to when I returned from the gathering, the last dance. And then I feel better now. Yesterday I was really, really tired. I wanted to post this video, but I was extremely tired. It is because my 53 and learning my getting older, what limits me, what gets me tired, the travel to Flagstaff, the travel to the gathering, and now I'm hustling for my daughter's graduation. Took a toll on me, and every day, and Mother's Day, I've been working. Every morning I would do things. Basically, what I'm sharing with you is that the the relapse is for people that are struggling is I can relate to that because it's really hard to turn over thoughts. You have to do it in the morning, early in the morning. Just change your thinking right then and there. Start. I got into what do they call it? A repetitive thought. Get up in the morning, think good thoughts. I just in my mind, I just start saying think good thoughts, think good thoughts, think good thoughts. Like when I go to bed, I say think good thoughts, think good thoughts, think positive, think positive, think positive. I don't want to live back there. I want to live here. The part of the therapy that people that take these treatment is you have to immediately have to learn. They use like certain techniques how to instantly change your thinking, and that way you're not taking that time to have like negative thoughts, resentment issue, hurt past, and traumas, and reflecting back on things that hurt you. Have to just practice daily. That's one thing I did realize that when I this last relapse I had, um as a matter of fact, it was today. It was on the 11th. My sobriety date is on the 11th. So for 2 days, 11, 12, now 13 is my new sobriety date. But for 1 month, since the 11th to today's the 11th, that's that that's what I learned. I learned when I was in Flagstaff about. I was reflecting back on what occurred, and all I can do is continue because for the most part, I really like being sober. I like the, the positive side of me, the ones that is uh, likes likes to have clear minded. I like doing things. I like finishing tasks. I like servicing to others. I like being spiritual, reading my Bible and sharing that with the public. I enjoy being a gardener, going out and watering the trees. I like being with my dogs, taking walks with them, caring for them. I also like my neighborhood. I live where I live, Vicky. There's children and they're happy, and I can hear them laughing and taking that time. So being around children, being having a peaceful neighborhood, that's all the reflection of how much I've grown. Before it was in my mind. It was chaotic. I would react negatively, being really loud, argumentative, physically fighting, and being combative, being mouthy, and that sort of things. And I don't really like who I become when I'm like that. And I like being peaceful. I post these videos because I like to spread positivity. I'm not here hoping to make the next, it would be nice to have more than 29 subscribers. It would be nice to have more views on my channels. For the most part, I'm here to do a lot of things to help others. That's what I enjoy. I have so much wealth of gifts through my hands. And that's why I just put the whole umbrella as an artist. I just say I'm an artist. It's also about being an atena, nini. And somebody told me a long time ago, I was over in St. George at the shelter over there. I was there by myself, feeling like I was the only Navajo there. And then out of, in the little area, I started to get to know people. Found out there was other Navajos there. There was like 4 or 5 of those, and one of them said, even though he spoke more English than he did Navajo, he knew who he was, and these individuals struggle with substance. I took time to listen to them. One of them said, I'm definitely Navajo, and I use my hand and make oh, it's origin. He just named them. He said that I'm this, and this, and this, and this, and I'm this. I'm definitely Navajo, and that's when I realized. I see. So some people, that's how they see Navajos. Is Navajo, you can make it. You're like a tailor. You're a jeweler. You are a homemaker. You take care of your loved ones. Uh, that's how you help your extended family. You know ceremonies and singing. All these talents, all these gifts. That's what they are talking about. Back in the day when there was a time when people would make pottery, they would make jewelry, they would make their homes, and drawing. Like I like to draw. I used to call it 2D art. When I start working on my house, I call it 3D art because it was a 3D model. And that's the reason why I enjoy doing many things. I like to make jewelry, dresses, drawing, cooking, do these things, servicing to others. That's a talent. Being an organizer, that's a talent. Being a good cheer, that's a talent. Having humor, and those are the things that I enjoy doing. Those are what I want to share to you today. And today is Tuesday, the 11th of May. It is a 9 day. I also like numerology. I was exposed to that when I was in California in 1990. And Navajos are known to have many faiths. I don't belong to one faith because I believe that the heart, for me, works better when I'm open to and being accepted to others with loving eyes. I don't want to sit there and just because I go to church and I do the things what the church asks me to do, that this person here looks a certain way, so therefore I'm just going to think in my mind that they're poor. I don't want to be like that. I want to be able to, that's why I'm more open about my overall. As long as I know when I'm sober with a sober mind and having a clear thinking, then my consciousness dictates what right here it is. So today is a 9 day. It's May 11th. May for 5, 11 for 1, 2, and then 2026. And 2026 is 10. So it's 5, 6, 7. 7 plus 10 is 17. Or is it today the 12th? Because I think today's the 12th. And it's a 9 day. That's how I end up with 9. It's 5 plus 6, 7, 8. So 12 plus 5 is 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus 10 is 18. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 is a universal number. And it's a 9 again. It's like 8, you know, 8 is accumulation. You take the accumulation, what you gain, and you return it back to mankind, and then that's how I go by. So accumulation of wealth, and you use that wealth to help, to donate, or to give you give back to Navajo. And that's what I'm doing, is I'm giving back. I'm giving back to my subscribers, but other than that, you have a good day, and to follow my 3 channels. This is Dutch on Raz, and I hope you enjoy your Mother's Day. People are graduating. Please be safe and sober, and hope you get best wishes. Follow me.